and come from a small village in the north. When I was young, about 1 year old, my mother could not care for me, so left me somewhere. A family found me and kept me until I was about 14 years old. They did not treat me like their other children. They forced me to do the farming and house labor. I have to wake up at 3 in the morning to work for them. If I don't, they yell at me and hit me.
อันนี้ไปล้างสิทำไมช้าจังอ่ะจะมัวแต่ขี้เกียจอยู่ได้ไหม
They would take me to work in fields far from house. Many times they left me alone there, not coming back for many days. The place they sent me had no house, no electricity. If I don't want to do it, they yell at me and hit me. They always curse me and remind me of my history. They say, I should have left you there to die at that place. I'm afraid when they talk like this. When I was 14, a village neighbor spoke to me. Why do you give your life like this? She showed me a picture of the city where she lives and said, this is my life in the city. I have house, car, and nice clothes. I don't have to work hard. If you go with me, you can have the same life as me. I thought if I continue my life like it is, I have no future. I have no chance to go to school. I decided to go with her. I was 14 years old. When I got to her place, she gave me new clothes. She said, this is a business where we sell food and beer. In the evening, the customers came to the shop. She told me to sit with customers and entertain them. She said, you don't have to be shy or afraid. If guest invites you to go with him, just go. I told the lady, I will not do this again. She said, you have no choice. If you don't want to do this, you go back to your village. She said, if you decide to stay here, you have to do whatever customer wants. One day, a lady came to give me advice of how to protect from HIV when I'm with customer, and she said, come to visit me for a blood test. She also called another girl named Tammy from an organization that helps girls like me. Tammy phoned me and invites me to go with her to the park by river so we could talk, but I didn't go. The lady told me, you never leave me. You only know their face but not their heart. You cannot trust them. They want to sell you to other country. I thought to kill myself because my life is not worth anything. I never see anyone care for me. They take advantage of me. People look down on me. They hurt me. One day I was pregnant. The owner of the shop was very angry. The shop owner made me do an abortion. She made me to service customers right after.
จ้าน้อย
I phoned Tammy. She picked me up and took me to the park to talk. Tammy told me that I didn't have to stay at the beer shop. I could come to the safe house. She told me the story of Jesus. She said he was God who made the world and made me. She said he loves me. I decided I want to leave that place. I moved from beer shop to the safe house. I love to live in this place. My life is so different here. I see love around me. In this place, I'm so happy. I start to have joy. I see people care for me and help me when I need help. The safe house gives me hope that I have a future. Gives me new life and a new chance that I can go back to school. I believe God loves me. Why I believe that? Because I used to live in the suffering life. But in this place, my life is not the same. I never even thought my life could be like this. It is like a dream.
When I visit the shelter, I see girls playing. I hear them giggling and laughing freely. As a nurse and staff member, I spend time with the girls regularly. It still strikes me how young and innocent these girls are, just 10 to 15 years old, snatched out of the fire and rescued from a life of sexual exploitation. Noi's story is not unique. Countless young girls in our country are being tricked and sold into sexual slavery. They are stuck in an endless cycle of sexual bondage for the financial gain of others. They come from various backgrounds, yet there is a common thread of poverty and a lack of education that contributes to their entrapment. In this culture, girls are not valued, but rather seen as disposable. Being young, naive, abused, and financially dependent on their exploiters, they don't have many options. The culture here is that of extreme shame. Once a girl is entered into prostitution, it's next to impossible to escape. The sex trade here in our country is much more hidden and subtle than in other countries. Girls are rarely found walking the streets, rather they're found in beer shops, massage parlors, and karaoke bars. The girls who serve the beer can also be purchased for about the same price as a beer costs in Canada. Our organization needs to keep a very low profile. In the eyes of the government, this problem of the sex trade and trafficking doesn't exist. There is potential for our staff to be imprisoned or deported if the government knew we were rescuing girls. The girls that come to us have suffered much trauma and injustice. At the Safe House, all of the girls' physical needs are met, and their emotional well-being is cared for through counseling and the ongoing love and support of our staff. They're provided the opportunity to hear about Jesus, his love for them, and the hope that he brings for healing and restoration. Next to experiencing the healing love of Christ, we believe that education is the most important thing that we can give these girls. The girls have an opportunity to learn handicrafts, food processing, hairdressing, and aesthetics. In order to avoid being completely dependent upon outside funds, our organization has developed a sustainable business model that involves operation of a bakery cafe, secondhand store, beauty shop, and crafts jewelry production and sales. In addition to providing revenue, the cafe provides the girls with an opportunity to learn the trade of baking and serving in a safe, honest environment. But it's not enough. We still need the support of people back home. Our shelter is overcrowded, and in the rainy season, we experience terrible recurrent flooding. We currently have 25 girls with us, but there are many, many more wanting to come if we had the resources to accommodate them. In 2010, the CNMA churches generously supported the Tricked, Trafficked, Treasured project, which enabled us to establish the Bakery Cafe. This initiative continues to grow, and we see great opportunity to meet the needs of even more girls. Our plan is to buy a property and build a school that will provide safe living conditions where they will learn skills to equip them for future success. It will be a home where healing, restoration, and rebuilding will take place. Through higher education, the girls will be empowered to dream big, to imagine a future beyond what they ever thought was possible. I have personally seen and witnessed incredible changes in the lives of every single girl that has walked through our doors. I believe wholeheartedly that God has given us a vision for expansion and growth so that we can keep fighting the battle against sex slavery and human trafficking here in this country. CNMA National Women's Ministries needs your help to bring hope and a future to girls like Noi. Our Social Justice Compassion Project goal is to raise $150,000 to buy a property and build a vocational school and home for these girls. That's where you come in. Your support will literally transform lives.